stop being nice, put yourself first, and stop giving your time for free. This is exactly, guys, what I want to discuss with you today. But first, let me explain where this idea came from to my mind. Let me show you something first. This little book, this one, considering my accent, I was not born in this country, right? So this little book cost me about 7 years of my life, £20,000 immigration lawyer fee, and all this amazing process, including coming to the country, getting my education there, finishing my master, and after about 7 years and £20,000 investment just in lawyer's fee, here we are. This book, European one, it was much easier to get to about 2 years, less sleepless, full of crying nights. You know, when you don't want to call something failure, you're calling it a lesson. So my European one took me much less lessons. What I'm trying to say here, guys, I spent about 15 years moving from one country to another one, getting all these documents, crazy amount of money on the lawyers and my mistakes / lessons. And now you're coming to have a consultation with me to direct you the exact way you can leave your country where you're obviously not happy, and to direct you how exactly to move to the country of your dream. And for some reason you expect me to do this for free. Maybe it was my lesson again, but at the beginning of this year, 2024, I announced that I'm running free consultations, so please come and ask me anything. So after 6 months of running those free consultations, I realized that I'm not doing any good for you, I'm not doing any good for myself, so from now on, all my consultations will be chargeable. You still have the link in the description to this video, and if you're really serious about your further relocation, further move, so this amount of money will not be anything massive for you. And let me explain why I think that sharing your knowledge and your experience for free doesn't do any good to yourself or to other people. It's not like me all of a sudden coming to Norway and making my life there. I have 15 years behind it. I came to England from Russia at the age of 15 without my parents' support. By the way, I don't have parents, so that was like all my decision and all my way through. Never had any marriage agreement or whatsoever. So basically I came with a very original scheme. I came as a student, finished my master's, finished my PhD, and started my work in England. And after that I got my passport, and after that, okay, some interesting circumstances in my life brought me to European one also. But guys, it's 15 years of working on my own self-esteem, working on my confidence, and working on all this to make it happen. And why should I give this experience for free? Why? I invested a lot of my money, I invested a lot of my energy and my time. So just tell me, just answer me, why would I share this experience for free? Give me one reason why I should do this. Another thing, and we're usually working on during my private sessions, and those of you who were lucky enough to have a private session with me, they know that it's a very easy and straightforward thing to get your resume sorted, and visa process is just the number of steps you need to take. It's all very generic and it's all very basic. What we're working with is usually your mindset and how you approach the whole process, how confident you are, first of all, in yourself, and second, in your further move, how ready you are to take these actual steps, how willing you take all these risks and all these uncertainties in life, and if you're even ready. So mindset plays a huge role, and let me just explain it to you right away. Guys, it's so easy just to make your resume like, you know, the sweetest one, the most wanted one by every single employer. You can even go to ChatGPT, you can Google it, and you can send it, you can do whatever you want. You can even put your Norwegian address there, your Norwegian phone number, you can even put, you can even study Norwegian and all these good things. But guys, you know what? Even with that perfect resume, on your first phone screening, or during your first phone interview, within 5 minutes, if you don't have enough self-esteem, if you don't have enough confidence in your knowledge, in your skills, that's a game over. No one wants to hire a person who is not confident enough to do the job. And this is the trick. And especially if you want to move to the country like Norway or to the country like the US, England, you know, these desirable places for many people to move there, to get a job, to get settled. Guys, do you understand who you're competing with? Let's talk about Norway, your most desired country. Guys, you're competing with Norwegians themselves. Second level, you are competing with all people coming from the rest of Nordic countries, talking about Swedish people, Danish or Finnish, you know, they all also want to go to Norway and get their job there, right? They speak Nordic languages, and for them it's also much easier to do such move. After that, we're talking about all Europeans. It's about like 11,000 people every single year coming from European Union to Norway to get a job, and for European it's a straightforward thing as well. They can just get their flight, jump on a plane, get in Norway. They don't need to go to the police and represent them like the first 3 months of their arrival. So they can just comfortably move there with like 2 hours flight, get an accommodation, take their time, within 3 months get a job there without any issues and additional cost for the employer in Norway. After, we have Norwegians, the locals, then we have Nordic countries, then we have European citizens, and then we have Americans and British. I'm sorry guys, but people in America, they're very well known for their business skills and for their desire to work and for their ability to work crazy hours per day with a smile on their face. That's why every single company, I'm telling you, wants to employ American citizens, because they're so cool to work with. Like they have such a cool vibe at work, you know what I mean. They might be complaining when they're coming back to their home, but as long as they're leaving their house, they're putting that massive smile on their face, and they're like, you know, like a spotlight in the office, making everyone around happy. British, they're just funny. Okay, and don't forget that still the world accepting this Brexit situation, and British workers, they still wanted in countries like Norway, in countries like America especially, yeah, it's the same language and everything. And after that, now you also have refugees coming from Ukraine. And guys, those people, they're also willing to work hard. They're very, very hardworking, and they're also fast learners. You cannot imagine how fast Ukrainian refugees learning the languages. It's impressive. It's like, I feel so lazy. I feel so incompetent compared with them. I'm meeting lots of them here in France and Paris, and they've been here less than me. And French is like quite fluent. It's impressive. When you're planning to move from one country to another, your self-esteem, your confidence, your clarity in your own head, those are the main things you absolutely must possess just to stand out from that crazy competition. And another thing I keep hearing from people, especially from outside the US, Europe, they actually expect to land a job in Norway, being not from European Union or from the US, land a job in Norway from a long distance, and they're relying on that salary to come to the country. Guys, let me be your eye opener. It doesn't work like this. Every single relocation, especially in a country like Norway, country like the US, UK, you name it, all these desired ones, it's at very least 10,000 euro equivalent. Any amount of money equivalent to 10,000 euros. Okay, let me break this down for you. You're landing this job, and you know that your starting day is in 2 months' time. Before this 2 months' time, you need to come to the country. You need to pay for your flight ticket, including your luggage, I guess, and depending on your country, this price can be quite insane. You better check it. All these flights are rising in crazily these days. So you need to invest in your flights, you need to have your accommodation. And talking about country like Norway, if you're coming from outside European Union, you need to go to the police within like your few first weeks of staying in this country, and you need to report your address. But you cannot start your permanent contract for any apartment in Norway before you have your ID number you will get from the police. And to send it from the police to you, you will need to have a temporary address in Norway, which is usually more expensive because usually it's Airbnb. And after that, when it comes to renting an apartment in Norway, do you understand that you need to pay 3 months, or if we're talking about Oslo, sometimes 6 months upfront, just the deposit? Just the deposit. How many salaries you're going to put in? It does matter that salary in Norway looks really high. Guys, did you check the price of your rent? Did you check the price of your grocery shopping? Did you check the price of your transportation? All these things are adding on and on and on and on. So when you really thinking about moving from one country to another, country like Norway, estimate your costs. And that's why the amount I'm charging there it's nothing compared to what you should expect. And the third one, and my favorite things, guys, you don't respect my time. Do you know what was happening quite like every second day of my consultations? Some of you, thank you so much, who came, who respect my time and respected my altruism and idea of sharing my knowledge for free. But I would say 40%, like almost half of the meetings, you didn't come, you didn't drive. Like, guys, I'm squeezing you in my schedule, and you're not coming for the meeting. No explanation. No, I'm sorry, I cannot make it. Can we reschedule, please? Guys, like, are you serious? Okay, let's put it this way. Like, I'm changing the country every few months or every few years, anytime I want. I'm happy with my life. I live where I want and I do what I want. This relocation advice, you are the one who need it, not me. I'm okay. I'm sorted. You are the one who asking for my advice, for my recommendation, how to improve your life, how to move to another country. So why don't you respect my time? Why don't you respect my idea to help you for free? And you are not even bothered to, like, okay, I'm sorry, but my plans changed. Can we reschedule? I cannot make it today, guys. Like, come on. Seriously? And after I moved to England, after I sorted out all my documents, after I started choosing the countries I want to live based on the climate situation. For example, now in August I'm planning my trip to Norway to spend a month there, then in October, November, because the weather in Europe is not really good. The plan is to go to LA, my favorite, California. Love it there. I know that many of you can't understand why I'm so passionate about that part of the world. I just love it, especially if you're watching me from America. I might discover some other parts of your amazing country, but no matter what you're saying about it, I love it and I love spending time there. Maybe because I'm not involved in all this political situation and I don't have kids who need to go to all this kindergarten school. I'm not paying tax because I'm still a British tax resident. Yes, tax resident. So I don't know, but for a few months spending in America, I just love it so much, guys. I love your culture, I love your people, I miss it so much. Anyway, I'm planning my life ahead, right? So I'm planning my trips. I'm running 2 YouTube channels. I do have consultancy services for businesses, for the companies who would like to open business in Europe or who would like to move their business from California, usually San Francisco, to Europe to discover this market. Honestly, these private sessions, guys, okay, let's be brutally honest. I don't need you. You need me. You need my advice. You have your questions. I don't need you. I am my life. And instead of spending this 1 hour waiting for you on this Zoom call, I better spend it with my family. I better meditate, I better train. I have much better things to do. So guys, please, let's respect each other. So if you also want to work with me and have a private consultation, please book it. But sorry guys, not sorry, but no free sessions anymore. Enough. I'm not sharing my time and my energy for free, because during this consultation, guys, I'm not changing your resume, I'm changing your life. I'm changing your personality. I'm opening up your eyes in how exactly you can be happier in your life, how you can improve it, how you can proceed with your life anywhere in this world you want. I was born in Russia. Now I'm like sitting here thinking, okay, shall I spend 2 months in Los Angeles? Shall I go to Norway? Or maybe I should come back to London. It took me 15 years to this point, but we all can do this. Yes, you can move to any country you want from any country you currently live. The only limitation you have is here. The only person who is against this decision is you. Remember, guys, you are your best friend and your only enemy. So, if you still want to have a private session, feel free to book it. But the message of this video, including me, I'm learning it myself. Put yourself first. Stop being nice to people and stop giving your time, your expertise, your knowledge, your experience for free. Thank you so much for watching this one. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. And you know what, guys? I love you so much. I believe in you big time. So please, follow your dreams, never be scared. You can achieve anything you want in this life. Love you. Hope to see you in my next videos. Bye.